Welcome everybody. It's the first day of spring. Yay. So hopefully the spring weather's coming and everything will be blooming and green and growing. Just like us. So let's just take a moment. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, or two hands on your heart, whatever feels good for you. Just notice your breath. Just come to some stillness. Maybe close your eyes if that feels okay. Notice your breathing. Just relax your neck and your shoulders, your tongue. Put a little smile on your face. Take away the frown. Just think about the lovely spring weather that's coming. The warm weather. Oh, makes me feel good. Okay, let's see. What have we got to do today? Hopefully everything will work today. Aha, there we are. So take a moment there just to notice how you're feeling. Scan the body from your head all the way down, your neck, your shoulders, down your spine, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just notice how you're feeling. And then have a look at one of those pictures and think, are you any of these? And then just take notice of the barometer. Hopefully everybody is here. I'm a little bit tired, so I'm a little bit here. Hopefully nobody's here. Oh, if you are here, hopefully you'll be here by the end of our yoga practice. Hello, March. March is nearly over. So it's nearly goodbye, March, and hello, April, which will be nice. But hello, March. And may the early spring, which starts today, hey, awaken your soul and remind you to celebrate the season with the hope and joy it brings. And of course, what are we doing? We are doing our labyrinth challenge. A labyrinth challenge. So I hope you were able to trace your finger every day around the labyrinth, and hopefully with the good weather you might be able to go and visit a labyrinth somewhere. There's one in Richmond, I know that, and I don't know anywhere else, but I know there's one in Richmond somewhere. And then sometimes churches will have a big canvas one they'll put in a big room, like their hall, where you can walk on that inside. But they've been, so sometimes even in hospitals they're built. So around churches, hospitals and parks. And they are often used for contemplation or meditation. Walking among the turnings, you lose your track of direction and of the outside world. So it quietens the mind, and it's like a walking meditation. So if you're very lucky, you can find one to buy, like I found one. And that's nice because It's got ridges, so I can just let my finger feel the way around the labyrinth. But I sent you the big one, just like here on the screen there. I sent you this one, and you can just trace your finger around, because a labyrinth is not a maze, right? This is the maze. When you think about yoga, and remember that word I told you before, that ahimsa, non-harming. So in some ways, this is like ahimsa. This is not ahimsa, because this, you get lost, you might come to a dead end, and you don't get very far. This way, you don't have to think, you just follow the path, and it will take you all the way to the center, and then it just brings you out. There's no getting lost. You just walk or trace your finger and just feel good. Don't have to think. So here is one that's made of stone on sort of sandy soil. I think she's cheating a bit there, don't you? She's walking across. Not a very good picture there. You're supposed to walk just like right into the center. You're supposed to follow the path. And here is one with stones on grass. See that lady? She's walking in the little path there. She would go along here and then around here, and then she'd be able to follow the path and get right to the center. And I've done one, and it is very calming. You feel very calm after you've finished doing it. And this is kind of looks like a labyrinth. And a single positive thought has ripples of positive energy. So in other words, if you're positive, the people around you are going to be positive. So take time to make your soul happy. And if you do the labyrinth, you will be happy, I think. So now it's time for our meditation. So get yourself all comfortable, relax the shoulders and the jaw and the neck. Maybe wiggle the tongue. Maybe have a little stretch. Just take away all that tension. Oh, have a nice stretch, and then just relax. So have a little wiggle and then settle. And again, we're going to think about loving kindness. Oh, there we are. So you can just sit and think happy thoughts, listen to the music. You can watch the flowers. And think about the lovely flowers that will be coming soon now that spring is here. Or you can listen to my voice. So just sit comfortably, breathe in and out. Just notice if there's somewhere in your body where there's tension. If you can, maybe if you've got a sore shoulder, sore elbow, or sore leg or something, just touch it and send some kindness to this place. Take a breath in and let it go. Maybe there's a place in your body that feels relaxed. If it's all your whole body, just enjoy that feeling. Send some kindness to that part of your body or your whole body. Take a breath in and let it go. And now I invite you to place your hands over your heart, connecting your breath and feeling your heart space. Notice how your breath feels. Notice how your heart feels. Now I invite you to cradle one hand in the other. Maybe give your hand a little squeeze or a little massage, whatever feels good. Just notice how this feels. Now maybe hold the other hand. Do the same, maybe a little squeeze or a little massage. And how does that feel? Now just hold one hand in the other. Just find some stillness. Looking after your body is a good thing. Now hold your elbows or give yourself a hug, whatever feels good. Give yourself some loving kindness. Just rest your hands wherever feels good or keep hugging yourself. And take some deep breaths in and out. Keep giving yourself some loving kindness. Just thinking about the warm weather that's coming, how that's kind to our bodies. It's nice to get outside when it's warm, the sun shines. There, and just take a moment just to notice how you're feeling. Maybe open your eyes, maybe give yourself another little wiggle, and then just settle again. As we look at these words, remember, giving yourself loving kindness might mean letting go of things that are bugging you. If you're really annoyed, something's bugging you, if you let it go, then that makes you feel better. So letting go, being patient with yourself, is, in other words, giving yourself loving kindness. Of course, accepting who you are, that's loving kindness to yourself. And if you're patient with others and accept other people, then you're sharing that loving kindness with others. And of course, gratitude. If you just take a moment to be grateful for things, then that's a positive, and that will make you feel better. All right, so my basket's empty. So, Kathy, can you just take a moment to think of something you're grateful for today? There goes your stone in the basket. And Claire, could you take a moment? Whew. There, and your stone goes in the basket. And Jennifer, yours goes in the basket. And Megan, this one's for you. And Sarah, one for you too. There we are. So I'm always filled with gratitude when my basket is no longer empty. We've just taken a moment in our day just to stop, and there we are. We just take a few more minutes to sit quietly and be thankful for all you have. Just waiting for my PowerPoint to close. I can see my screen again. Oh, there we are. So just again, just scan the body, just noticing, is your neck, is your jaw, is it nice and loose? Maybe even just rocking your head, maybe rolling the shoulders, whatever feels good to you. Or maybe just taking those deep breaths. Just take a moment. Trying to do something here and it's not working. So I guess I won't do it. Oh, there we are. It worked. Okay. So now this will be our last week in March, because next week there'll be no yoga, if you remember. So we will be back in April to do yoga. There'll be a new theme for April. But for today, we will just do our an old favorite, a good old favorite. I am yoga. It's always good to do the oldies but goodies. Here we are. When I feel small in a world so big. When I wonder how I fit in. When the world is spinning so fast. I tell myself, my wiggling body, be still. I tell my thinking mind, be quiet. I tell my racing breath, be slow. I close my eyes and make room in my mind, in my heart, to create and imagine. I am yoga. I can touch the sky, I am so tall. I can soar among the clouds, I am so free. I can sparkle with the stars, I shimmer and shine. I can dance with the moon, I light up the night. I can sail on the sea, I go with the flow. I can open my heart, I feel love. I can see far and wide. I am focused. I can turn things upside down. I am playful. I can stand up for me. I can stand up for others. I can stand up for peace. I can open like a flower. I am beautiful. I can carry beauty with me. I am full. I can say I've had enough for today. I relax. I can rest. I am calm. Now the world is just the right speed. Now my world is just the right size. Now I see I fit in just fine. I am Yoda. I can be anything. There. So there's a lot of yoga poses there. So all the poses in that story were the mountain pose, the tree pose, the warrior three pose, the star pose, half moon pose, the boat pose, cobra or camel pose, the eagle pose, the downward dog, and warrior one, warrior two, and peaceful warrior, flower pose, and the basket pose, child's pose, and Shavasana. Well, we will do warrior two and peaceful warrior. We'll do child's pose, and of course we'll do Shavasana at the end. So I'm going to move over to the mat, and you just find yourself somewhere to do some movement as well. So here we go. I'm going to sit on my little cushion I have, get so comfortable. All right, so sitting nice and tall, you just lift, pretending you've got a bit of string and you're lifting that spine even a little taller than you are right now. And as you breathe, you can lift the spine, let it grow. Just relax the shoulders and the neck. Just notice your breath again. And we'll slowly start to do our cat or cow, just warming up our backs like we always do. Just nice and gentle and slowly. Hands to the knees and hands back to the hips. And just curling, tucking our chins in, nice and slow. So even if you're sitting in the chair, you can do this too. Slide your hands to your knees and curl the spine. Slide your hands back to the hips and look up. And then sitting up nice and tall, we'll put your hand on the floor. Just reach over and stretch. And then the other way, hand on the floor. And then you're going to really lift that arm up. Really reach and stretch. And then to the other side, really nice and slowly. Okay, and to the other side. Oh, I love the way everybody's going nice and slow. Really having a good stretch in the side body. And we'll come back and do a cat and cow. After you've done those stretches and you go back to do the cat and cow, you might notice how the side body's nice and stretched. And now just sit nice and tall. Reach up high And then we'll do our twist. So just dropping the hands down and just looking over your shoulder. And maybe you can twist a little bit more. Lifting your hands up over your head. Looking the other way. Look just a little bit more over your shoulder. And then up and over. Look again. And bringing those arms up. Reach up. Reach up. Reach up. And then just let those arms come down. Nice and slow. Very, very slow as you breathe out. Long, long breath. Remember, that's the one that calms you down. And we'll go back to our cat-cow. And then just sit nice and tall. Remember, there was one where the picture, she was in butterfly pose, and so all this area here was all full of flowers. Just imagine all this space. You're like a basket. Your legs are a basket. You're full of flowers here. Isn't that a nice thought? Spring is coming, summer's coming. You're going to have flowers everywhere. It'll be lovely. Just imagine the smell, the beauty of the flowers. Oh, lovely. And then stretch those legs out. And just give them a wiggle. And we'll just get onto our hands and knees. So move away cushions, anything you were sitting on. So hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We'll just do big circles like this with our hips. Round and around we go. And then just coming back to our tabletop. And then we're going to put one foot behind, that straight leg, and then one arm in front. And if you can, lift that foot up, lift the leg up. This is our balancing table. Might be a bit wobbly, that's okay. Then put the hand down, put the knee down. And we'll do the other side. So foot can go out first. Get yourself all ready. Now if you want to, you can even lift one leg up. Never mind the arm. You can lift the leg up, or you can lift the arm up too. It's okay if you just want to lift the leg up. So we'll go back to the first side again. So remember, you might just want to lift the leg up. You might want to lift the arm. Back to the other side. So the hand comes down, knee comes down. Put that foot out. Lift the arm, or put the hand down. Lift the leg. Lift the arm if that's good. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down, and then we'll just do our extended child's pose. The hips go down, stretch those arms out. So the hips go down, arms are straight. And then we're all ready to rock forward, do our little mini plank, then rock back. Just rock forward and back, just the way it feels good to you. Backwards and forwards. Now see if you can stay a bit longer in the plank. When you're here, I'm going to ask you just to feel the tummy, pull your tummy in. Don't let your tummy sag down. Really suck in the tummy muscles. Your arms are strong, and your shoulders are strong, and your legs are strong, and those belly, your core muscles, your belly is tucked in, pulled in. Have a little rest. Have a little rest in child's pose. And we'll do the plank one more time. So just rocking forward. Don't forget to breathe. And just rocking back. Have a little rest. And we're going to get ready to get up into our downward dog. You know, I like to use blocks. Otherwise, you put your hands on the floor. Nice. Your hands are nicely spread out. The fingers are spread. Get your arms all ready. Get those toes curled under. Let the hips go up. Head goes down. Feel the stretch in the legs. Suck the core muscles in. And then just walk forward. And we'll get our forward fold. And just coming up nice and slowly. We're in our mountain pose. Have to move the camera a bit. There we are. That's a bit better. Okay, so in mountain pose, just take a moment just to wiggle your toes. Put them back on the floor. Find your feet pushing into the ground. Find your legs nice and strong. And then find your core muscles. Really bring those core muscles in so that makes you nice and tall. And then relax the shoulders and neck. And we'll do our sun salutation. I think we need it there. I saw the rain out of Claire's window, so let's do our sun salutation. Bring on that spring sun. So up we go. And then hinge at the hips. Touch the mat. Touch your knees. Touch the mat. Coming up. Hands to heart center. And again, so up. Hinge at the hips. Touch the mat. Touch your knees. Touch the mat. Bring those arms up. And hands to heart center. And again, up, hinging at the hips. Down we go. The knees. Mat. And coming up. And again. Touch the mat. Touch your knees. Touch the mat. Bring your arms up. And hands to heart center. All right, and just have a little swing of those arms. Maybe swing the arms around like this, nice and loose. And then we're going to get ready for our warrior two. So 1 foot forward, toes pointed to the short end of the mat. And then the back toes point to the long end of the mat. Bend that knee, make sure you can see those toes. Get the legs nice and strong. Really push the feet into the ground. Get the legs nice and strong. Core muscles are engaged. Shoulders are up. And then the arms can go up. Then just turn your head to look at the fingers at the front there. And this is our warrior two. And that was in our story. We're going to do our resting our arm on our front leg, bringing the arm up and over. Now that wasn't in the story, but we can do this just so we get a nice stretch again. And then coming back into our warrior two. So we've got strong legs, strong arms. This was in the story, peaceful warrior. Back into warrior two. And let your arms go down and turn your toes so they face the same way. And this is our star pose. Well, that was in the story. So reach reach. And then the arms come down nice and slow. Then you can hinge at the hips. We'll do a nice wide-legged forward fold. Always good just to do our little walk one way, and then walk those hands the other way. So when you do that, one knee bends and the leg that gets left behind has a stretch. Go the other way. And the other way. Up to the center. And then just slowly take yourself up, back into our star. Woo, and then arms come down, and we'll do our warrior to the other way now. So your legs should be just in the right spot. So toes pointing to the long end of the mat, front toes pointing to the short end of the mat, bend the front knee, make sure you can see those toes. Arms come up. Make sure all your shoulders are up, core muscles are engaged. Nice straight back. We'll have a little rest. Bring the arm over. Back into warrior two. Get those legs nice and arms strong again. Do a peaceful warrior. Back into a warrior two. Just take a moment again for our strong arms and strong legs. The arms can come down. Turn those toes. And this time, we're just going to bend the knees and bring the arms up into our goddess pose. Now we're doing our goddess pose. The knees are bent. Bend those knees, bring those arms up. And then you can just straighten the legs, reach up, and then bend the arms as you bend the knees. Back into our goddess pose. Let's do that one more time. So straighten the legs, have a little rest, straighten the arms, have a stretch, and then bend the arms as you bend the knees back into our goddess pose. Great job. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. The arms can come down as you take a nice slow breath out. Bring those legs together. Give them a little shake. Then just take a moment just to put your hands on the back of your waist and do a little look up at the sky. Do a little camel pose. That was in the story. We did a camel pose. This is nice just to stretch the front of your body after all that bending forward we were doing. And just looking up, nice and tall again. This is what we haven't done for a while. We have to cross our hands. And you can cross, twist them around, and then you can just place one foot in front of the other, and we'll do our eagle pose. Keep breathing. Gotta keep balancing. And then take your foot out, undo your arms, and then cross them the other way. Bring them in, twist them around, and now the other foot goes in front. Keep balancing. Oh my gosh, wobble, wobble, keep breathing. Then untwist your foot, untwist your arms, and just do a nice big, woo. Just lift those shoulders, roll the shoulders. And nice, get rid of all the knots in your neck, your shoulders. There we are. Okay, Now we're going to get back on the floor with our downward dog. The hands on the floor or hands on blocks. Put those feet back. Straight arms and legs. Stretch the legs, stretch the arms. And then bend the knees nice and slow as you go down. 1, 2, the mat. Open up those knees. Keep the big toes together. You are child's pose. Or wide-legged child's pose. This is nice and relaxed. Just melting to the ground. Just let go. All the muscles here in the lower back and the hips. And of course, your head's resting. And if your back is getting a rest, just let go of everything. Whew. All right. And coming up nice and slowly, we're going to go onto our backs. Just gently onto your back. So bend the knees, feet on the ground. Just have a little rest here. Just let your back get nice and flat and straight. Let your hips get nice and flat against the ground. Just take a moment just to settle. Always nice just to have a nice full, flat floor underneath your back. We'll take a breath in, lift up the hips. We'll do our bridge pose. And then just let the hips go down nice and slowly. Let the hips settle. Lower back just seconds on the floor again. Then again, breath in, lift up the hips into our bridge pose. Just let those hips go down nice and slowly. Let the lower back just flatten on the floor. Do it again, one more time. So big breath in, lift up those hips. And then just let those hips go down nice and slow. Bring those knees up. Do a little roll from side to side. And then one foot can go down and help that ankle onto the knee. We'll do our reclined pigeon pose. So we've got number 4. And just let the neck and the shoulders relax. And your palms are up. Just let your arms relax by your side. Everything soften. Let your back be flat on the back, on the floor. Bring that knee up. Give it a bit of a hug. Put the foot down. Bring the other knee up. Help that foot onto that knee there. Again, relax the neck and the shoulders and the arms. Relax the lower back and all the way up your back, all the way up the backbone, the spine, up to your head, up to your neck. Let this leg relax. Now bring that knee up, give it a bit of a hug. And then we're going to straighten out those legs. Push the heels away. Push, 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 push. And then relax the legs. Just notice how flat the floor is. Relax the shoulders and the neck. And then bring one foot up the straight leg. So bend the knee. Place the foot against the other leg. We'll do our reclined tree pose. Nice and relaxing. let this bent leg, just let it fall to the floor. That's it, relaxing. And then straighten that leg. Now bend the other leg. Put the foot up as far as it will go. And let that knee fall to the floor. Just relax everything. Oh. Everything go. Just relax. You could do is straighten that leg. And then again, push those ankles away. Your legs are all tight and tense. And then relax. Ooh, there we are. And now we're just going to bring those knees up. Feet on the floor. Keep the feet together. And then just let those legs fall apart. So now we're doing a reclined butterfly pose. Feet are together. Legs are just, the knees are just falling open. This is our reclined butterfly pose. And relax the shoulders and the neck and the arms. And just bring those knees up together. Keep the knees together. We're just going to drop the knees to one side. And the arms are going to go out into a T. Look away from the knees. Take slow, deep breaths. Slow, deep breaths. Just relax the shoulders and the neck. Relax the legs. Just bring those knees up. Drop them to the other side. And again, relax the legs. Relax the shoulders, the arms, the neck, and look away from the knees. And take some slow, deep breaths. Just slowly bring the knees up. And then bring the knees up. Give them a bit of a hug. Hold on to the knees and have a little roll from side to side. There. Just take a moment. Just put the feet down on the floor. Keep the knees together. And just open up the feet a bit. Move the feet so they're wider than the hips. So the knees are falling together. The knees fall together. The feet are apart. And then just relax the neck and the shoulders. Whenever you have a sore back, just get on the floor. Put those knees together, feet apart. And let the floor fix your back. Just take a few moments here. This is lovely. It's called constructive rest. Take some slow deep breaths here. Really slow down, calm down, let go of all the worries, all your tension, all the thoughts that are running around in your head. Okay. Now from there, you get yourself into your Shavasana position. You might want to stay there, or you might want to straighten your legs. It's up to you. Everybody's different. It's time to really relax. Rest your body. Let it recover from your day's activities. Just lie down with your arms by your side, palms facing upwards, legs out, stretched. Maybe wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Wiggle your body until you feel you can be still. And your still body can be relaxed. And let your body drop into the floor beneath you. Just focus your mind on how it feels to be lying on the floor, relaxing and letting go. Just notice how the back of your body is sinking into the floor. Notice how your clothes feel against your skin. Notice the air gently brushing the skin of your face. Soften all the muscles in your face. Soften your jaw, your lips. Soften the tongue inside your mouth. There'll be space between your teeth. Relax your eyebrows as though they are sliding away from each other. Notice your eyes and how they're becoming relaxed. With a little smile on your face. Relax the neck so you can breathe easily. Just notice your head, neck, shoulders just dropping into the floor. Notice how your arms are becoming relaxed. Even your fingers are relaxed. Now noticing your heart center. Feel your chest rise and fall as you breathe. As you breathe, you're filling your heart with love and kindness. Feeling that breath moving your belly up and down. Feeling calm, safe. See if you can allow your body to feel heavy, like it's a stone dropping deep into the ground beneath you. Now see if you can let your body feel lighter. It's floating like a feather. Stay with this feeling of lightness. Relax. This time, Shavasana. And then slowly start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Roll over to one side and very slowly push yourself up and come up to seated. Just do the final two little movements, yoga movements. So smile with our eyes and smile with our mouth. We have love in our hearts. And we can say, peace is in
me. Me.
is in me.
Peace is in me.
Peace
Peace is in me. Peace in me.
In me.
Peace in me. Peace in me. Peace in me.
each other love.
Peace in me. Peace
Okay.
in me. Peace in me. Peace in me. Peace in me.
Trying to pull for a sandwich. That was a very creative way of going about a sandwich. It just
Oh, I've got your loving kindness in my heart. Oh, everybody else has loving kindness in their hearts. They all have light they can share with others.
Yep.
So thanks all for coming.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry,
See you in April.
Thank you, Lorna. Thank you, Lorna.
Light
Thank
to
you,
me,
Donna.
light to you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste. I'm April.
Namaste.